Hello friends, welcome to our next English class, that is lesson number 3, chapter 3, A Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. This is the third chapter of our book Footprints Without Feet. Students, this chapter is a story of a secret agent. Now, what is the main objective of this chapter is to learn that physical outfit, a physical beauty, a physical strength is not so powerful or not always stronger than our presence of mind. No matter you are very much powerful, with physique, but if you have no presence of mind, what is the use of this? So in this chapter, we'll see that how a secret agent who was not as looking as you have seen in your movies, but he had a very good presence of mind. With his presence of mind, he not only saved himself but also saved some secret documents from another spy from going to in a wrong hands. So friends, see, first we'll see the characters of the story. Ausable, who was the secret agent. Second, the reporter Fowler, and another secret agent who came to take that documents from Ausable was Max. So these three are the characters of the story. Now friends, I'll ask you, what do you learn from this chapter? So first I'll tell you the story. Friends, Ausable was not looking as a secret agent because of his physique. He was stunt, fatty, having a big tummy. Fowler, who was a reporter who went to meet Ausable to get some thrill, but as soon as he found Ausable, he became somewhat disappointed. Why? Because he thought that how can I get a thrill from such a secret agent? He's not looking as a secret agent. Then what is the use of coming here? So he was just talking with Ausable. Moreover, Ausable was living in a very gloomy room, in a very, we can say, a very low status hotel. So Fowler, who became unhappy to meet Ausable because he came there to get some thrill, some new thing to just publish, but he was disappointed. Now Ausable, when moving to his room, was talking to Fowler. He said, Fowler, I think you are not happy with me, but friend, wait for some time, have patience. This chapter tells us that courage and patience are very important to be successful in life, to get success in our life. So he just unlocked his room and was entering in his room. As soon as he entered in his room, he found another man with pistol in his hand was already there in Ausable's room. Now, Ausable, after just seeing that another person with pistol in his hand was waiting for him, he just shocked, Max, what are you doing here in my room? Now Fowler, who was disappointed, was happy now, because now he just have hope that now he could get any thrill in his life, in his news. Now, what happened then? Max said, "Yes, I am in your room." "How can you enter in my room?" Ossible asked. "Through that balcony?" Now Max was shocked. "Is there any balcony in your room?" "Yes. Last time also somebody entered in my room through this balcony, and again you entered. I will complain it to the manager that again you have not done anything. Please remove the balcony from my room." Ossible was just in a very unhappy or in an angry mood. He just showing his anger towards the authority of the hotel. He said, "I will complain it to the hotel manager that please remove this balcony. Otherwise anybody can enter in my room at any time." Now Max, who said, "I didn't enter with through the balcony. I entered through the master key. I have master key. But it's very good to tell me about the balcony. If I'll need, then I'll use that balcony now." Then Ossible, who just asked Max, "Max, why did you come here?" He said, "For that important documents which are coming with you at midnight. That's why I came here." Why this midnight visitor? Because Max came there at midnight. Why? Because at midnight, after 12 o'clock, Ossible was going to get some important documents. They were very secret. And Max, who got this news, because he was also a secret agent, he just came to get those documents from Ossible with the help of his gun. Now Ossible, who just relaxed, was not panic at all after seeing Max in an angry mood with a gun. He was relaxed and he sat on his armchair and said, "Okay Max, then you have to wait for half an hour because right now it's 12 and 12:30. My documents will be there." He said, "Okay, I will wait." Just after some time, there was a knock at the door. Max, shocked. Who would be there at your door? "Police. Obviously police, Max," Ossible replied. "As you know, I am having these important documents. So do you think I am too fool that I would not call the police? When I entered in my room, I have informed police that please see to me is everything is all right or not." Max was frightened. Fowler was also frightened. Max said, "Okay, if there is police, be at the door and made him out. Otherwise, I'll shoot you. Till then, I would hide myself into your balcony." Ossible's room was on the 6th floor. So Ossible said, "Okay, hide yourself. I'll open the door." Till then, the knocking was sharply. Then Ossible said, if I'll not open the door, maybe the police would break the door. So let me open the door. Max, who was thinking that it is better to hide himself in the balcony, he just put his one leg, and it was night, very dark, nothing was visible outside. He put his one leg through that window, and he just put another leg also, and there was a shout, a huge shout, we can say a strange sound, screaming voice. And Ossible opened the door. There was waiter. Fowler said, You said that police would be there. He is waiter. I know he is waiter, but this is necessary. This was necessary to get rid from Max. Then Fowler had a question in his mind. Friend, if the Max would come again, then what will happen? He would shoot us. This is possible. No. He won't come because the balcony was not there. This was just a to befool him. I just made him fool by saying that there is balcony. Max would be died or maybe fractured because he had just jumped. There was no any balcony. So friends, by this way, Possible not only saved himself with his presence of mind, but also saved the important documents. So we should not see the outer physique as a powerful thing, but the real power is in a presence of mind. Thanks.